If you are planning on starting a foodstuff business in Nigeria, guess what? This video is for you. At the end of this video, you will be able to start a foodstuff business in Nigeria by yourself. You will know everything that is all about this business, the capital involved, how you're going to make money from the business, and how you're going to expand the business. So welcome guys, welcome to another episode with me. Thanks to all those that have subscribed so far. Really happy that you guys turned up. Love that, and I promise I won't disappoint you guys. So what is a foodstuff business? I guess this is the question on everyone's mind, especially those that are very interested in this business. So first of all, foodstuff business in layman's term is the buying and selling of food. What we eat every day, what we can't do without, is very important to human beings. Yes, and I'm sure by now you already know that it's impossible to survive if you don't eat. Yes, it is very impossible to survive if you don't eat, except of course you are a robot. So food is very important. It is a necessity to Nigerians and to humans all over the world. So foodstuff business is simply buying and selling of food. You provide food for the populace to eat, and you make money whilst doing that. So is raw food business profitable in Nigeria? This is another question on many Nigerian youth's mind. Is raw food business profitable? Because we all know it's impossible to go into any business, especially if the business will not be making profit in a short while. So is the business profitable? Yes, it is profitable, and I'm going to give us different reasons why this business is profitable. The number one reason why it is profitable is because it is something humans cannot do without. So according to what we're taught, food is a need. Now, they taught us want and need. They told us that need are things we cannot do without. That is, they are things that are very important. While wants are things we can do without, but we still want to buy them. Let me give us an example. For example, you can do without drinking soft drinks daily, but yet you still buy them. So that makes soft drinks a want, not a need. So because food is a need, it tells us that human beings can't do without it, and because of that, the demand for foodstuff is very high, which makes the business in turn profitable. It is also profitable because you can sell your foodstuff to restaurants in Nigeria. So if possible, you have many restaurants around you. You can simply visit every one of them, send a proposal to them, telling them that you have foodstuffs that are available at a better offer, and you sell to these restaurants wholesale. Third reason is you can sell your foodstuff to party organizers and your church members. Probably your church is having a program and you sell your foodstuff to them in wholesale. When you do this, you'll be able to make your profit fast in the business, and also you'll be able to buy more foodstuffs regularly. Obviously, because they are finished, you need to buy them. So these are the top 3 reasons why foodstuff business is a profitable business in Nigeria. Moving on. Yes, so let's move to the next part. So if raw food business is profitable, what are the steps to really start this business? So how to start a proper foodstuff business in Nigeria? Now, if this is really your path, and you feel that it's not a business you just want to go into, waste your time, and later on dive into another business, you need to really know that foodstuff business is a business that needs serious attention. So how do you start your foodstuff business? The first step is to do your findings. I used to tell people that often approach me that they want to start one business or the other, I used to tell them that if the business is a serious business, you need to do your findings first. Make sure you're well educated about what you're going into before you go into the business. And when I mean educated, I don't mean you necessarily have to go to school to learn this business. What I'm saying is read and find out everything you need to know about the business. There's what we call the practical aspect. There's what we call the theory aspect. So after reading all materials you can digest, YouTube videos, reading of articles, reading of different materials, you can go ahead and visit foodstuff businesses around you, and just to understand how the business flows, how the business moves. Yes, so I tell my investors, those that want to go into businesses like this, to do their proper findings, so that many things won't happen to you off guard. You'll be well informed. So the next part after doing your findings is to get your capital. Yes, capital is very, very important in this business. Don't let anyone deceive you, except of course you have where you get your capital for free, or where you get your food for free. You really need to get your capital. Your capital will be used to buy foodstuffs. It will be used to buy equipment that you will be needing in the shop. It will be used also to rent a shop. So capital is very important. This is not a business whereby you can start without capital. You need capital to start the business. So let's say now you really want to start the business. How much will you need to start a foodstuff business in Nigeria? So if it's a small scale kind of foodstuff business, a capital of about 400,000 to 500,000 will start the business. And the money, or this money so to say, will be used to rent shop and to do other things like I said earlier. But if you're thinking of going into this business on a large scale, you will need a capital of about 800,000 to 1 million naira. So that's the capital you'll be needing. If you don't have this kind of capital, yes, I know that's a very big money, and many of us don't have that kind of money. If you don't have that kind of capital at hand, you can simply save towards this capital, or you can approach family and friends that will really support you. I'm not saying you should just go and meet one person to give you this money. First of all, how much do you that want to start a business have? Let's say you've gathered like 300,000 and you need 500,000 to start the business. Then you can approach your family and friends and say, this is the money I have, this is the money I've been able to save so far. Can you assist me with 50,000? Can you assist me with 100,000? In the next 1 year or the next 1.5 years, I'm going to pay you the money back. That's how to approach people. Not that you want to start a business and you yourself don't have a dime and you want these people to give you their money to start a business. No, you yourself must have at least 70% of the capital, and you can now approach those that you know will support you. So moving on, after you've gotten the capital to rent and to buy this your foodstuffs, the next step will be to rent a shop. And when it comes to renting a shop for your foodstuff business, I must say that you really need to take your time, as there are so many things you need to consider before renting that shop for your foodstuff business. Now, what many people usually do, the mistake I've often see business starters do, is just to rent a shop out of ignorance. Yes, I need to put my foodstuff in one place, so let me just rent any kind of shop that I know is cheap. So they just go to one area like that no one even know there's a shop there. They go to one street and their shop is at the back end corner and no one even knows their whereabouts. No one even know where they are. So you can't afford to rent a shop with ignorance, as this will determine how much profit and how fast your business goes immediately you start this business. So I'm going to be telling us the things to consider when renting a shop for your foodstuff business. Things to consider when renting a shop for your foodstuff business. The number one is location. Yeah, I talked about this earlier. Your location is very, very important. I usually advise people that want to go into this business to rent a shop that is facing a major road. You need a busy road, a road that, thousands, if not millions of Nigerians pass daily. This is the reason why I also love the Igbos. You can't see any Igbo man go into foodstuff business and be negligent. Anytime they are renting a shop, they rent a shop at a busy area, maybe like a roundabout, or a very busy street, and you see them, selling rice, selling beans. By the next week, their foodstuffs are finished, they have ordered for more, the business is going smoothly, and the likes. So you need a location where people can easily find you. Also a place where thousands, if not millions of Nigerians pass every day. This is to make sure that people can, locate you and buy things from you easily. The next thing to consider is the rent. How much is the rent of this place? You can't say you have 1 million to start foodstuff business and you use 500,000 to rent a shop. That doesn't make sense. If you have 1 million, that means you need you need to spend at most 300 to 400,000 to rent a shop. You have to spend the remaining 70% of your capital on foodstuffs, the actual foodstuff itself, and some of the equipment you'll be needing in the shop. So you can't afford to rent an expensive shop, so that this will not in turn affect your profit in the business. It will be very bad when you start making your profit and you are using bulk of this profit to pay for the rent of your shop. So you need to watch out for this. 3 is space. I've also seen this times with that number where you see people rent a very, very small shop. At the end of the day, this shop cannot contain many of their foodstuffs, and they now have to leave this foodstuff probably outside, leave them in the sun, and rain beat this foodstuff, sunlight also heats it, and also rodents. Rodents like food, so they are basically going to feed on these foodstuffs and also make them contaminated. So you need to get a spacious shop also. So moving on, the next step after renting a shop is to buy your foodstuffs. Now you really need to make this is why I said findings is very important. If you have made your findings by now, you will be able to know that okay, so foodstuff sellers in my area buy their foodstuffs or import it from another state. This state can depend on the proximity. For example, people in Lagos here will often get their foodstuffs from Ogun State. Why? This is because of how close Ogun State is to Lagos. So you really need to find out where you can be buying these foodstuffs, at a very cheap price and be able to sell and make your profit. And that is why I say you should make your findings. Ask other foodstuff sellers in your area where they buy, and if possible, try to locate these sellers and make a deal with them. So the next step after this is before we go into that, let's quickly talk about the list of foodstuffs for foodstuff business. So we have rice, beans, semolina, spaghetti, macaroni, what else, sachet tomatoes, tin tomatoes. We have what else? We have beans. Did I mention beans? Okay. Corn, guinea corn, millet, and more. So, and we also have the grounded, or should I call them the grounded foodstuffs also, like grounded pepper, grounded ginger, and more. Alright, so moving on. After buying your foodstuffs, the next step will be to stock your foodstuff in the shop. Now, if you have visited many foodstuff dealers or foodstuff businesses in your area, you will realize that they don't just put their foodstuffs on the floor. This is because of, number one, rain could fall in the middle of the night and water could enter your shop. And if you put these foodstuffs on the floor, the water is going to spoil them. So what many of the foodstuff dealers or businesses in the area would do is to get shipping crates. These shipping crates they use to ship goods into the country. They're going to get like 2 steps of it and lay it down before they now start putting their bags of rice, bags of beans, bags of corn, guinea corn, and the likes on it. So if you are stocking your shop, you need to be aware of this. Don't just be lazy about it. Do the needful so that you will not make unnecessary losses. So get these shipping crates, put them on the floor before you lay or put your foodstuffs on the floor. Alright, so moving on, start selling your foodstuff. So immediately you get your foodstuffs, start selling them. I used to tell us, especially my followers, that the first step to start selling in any business is to sell to your family and friends. Sell to your family and friends. Your family and friends will build your customer base and will gradually introduce your business to people that don't know about you, and they will be able to buy from you. So really, you get your foodstuff to your shop, start selling to your church members, sell to your friends, sell to your family, but be aware that you should not sell these foodstuffs on credit, as it could be deadly, or this could be deadly to your business. But sell to family and friends, and from there you start building your customer base easily. So let's talk about some raw food business ideas. So let's say you already have a foodstuff business already running, and you just want the business to be lucrative in every way. You can diversify into different foodstuff ideas, raw food business ideas in Nigeria. The number one of it is grinding of foodstuffs. Yes, you can do this aside from your foodstuff business, and make good money. This grinding of foodstuffs can be, for those that want to grind their beans into bean flour, those that want to grind their corn into corn flour and the like, or those that want to make poultry feed. You can use this to make money. 2 will be production of poultry feed. any foodstuff that is not good for human consumption is usually used for poultry feed. So let's say some of your foodstuff got spoiled. You can make your money, instead of having a total loss, you can make your money the other way around by using that foodstuff that has gotten spoiled to make poultry feed. Third way you can, third raw food business idea in Nigeria is sales of waste product of foodstuffs. So let's say you are into maybe buying and selling of bags of corn also, and peradventure whilst you guys are packing some of these corn, some of them fell on the floor, some of them are not good again. You can sell this waste product of foodstuffs to people that really need this foodstuff, maybe to use them as seed to plant again, or that want to use them for anything else. What I just wanted to know is that there is no how you go into foodstuff business and you make losses unnecessarily. Even when there are losses, there can still be gain from the business. So let's quickly talk about how you can increase profit in your foodstuff business. Because it's one thing to start a business and it's another thing to be able to make profit from the business year in, year out. So the first step I will advise us to do here is to reinvest the profits from this business. This is one of the techniques Dangote used, when he started his business. Let's say he bought foodstuffs worth of 200,000 and he made 50,000 from the business. So that means the profit was 50,000 and the total was 250,000. If it was, or should I say, if it's another person, you will have said, okay, this is my own profit. I'll use this money to do whatever I like, and the person will now reinvest the 200,000. No, Dangote himself reinvested, the profit, which was, if the money invested and the profit is 250,000, he reinvests the 250,000. He makes 300,000. He reinvests the 300,000. He makes 350,000. He reinvests 350,000, like that. And the business, we all know, where his business is today. Number 2 is to diversify your foodstuff business. I talked about this when I talked about raw food business ideas or foodstuff business ideas. You can't say you are into business, especially in Nigeria. You can't say you are into one business and because the business is okay, the business is enough. No, anything can happen, and you start making losses. So you need to diversify your foodstuff business. So that's all on the article, the video today. Any questions? Is there anything I didn't talk about? Drop your comment below, and I'll see you guys next time. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Bye.